brains produce attention. Like so much that happens in science, we fell into magic by accident. We are neuroscientists at the Barrow Neurological Institute in Phoenix, Arizona. The BNI is the oldest standalone neurological institute in the United States, and currently the largest neurosurgical service in North America, performing more than 6,000 cranioptomies per year. Each of us run a research laboratory in the Institute. Stephen is director of the Laboratory of Behavioral Neurophysiology. Susana is director of the Laboratory of Visual Neuroscience. Both of us are primarily interested in how the brain, as a device that is made up of individual cells called neurons, can produce awareness, the feeling of our first-person experience. By the way, throughout this book we use the terms awareness and consciousness as synonyms. Somehow, when neurons are hooked up to each other in specific circuits, awareness is achieved. It's the ultimate scientific question, and neuroscience is on the verge of answering it. Our foray into illusions began a decade ago when, as young scientists seeking to make a name for ourselves, we tried to rustle up some public enthusiasm for our specialty of visual neuroscience. In 2005, after accepting faculty appointments at BNI, we organized the annual meeting of the European Conference on Visual Perception, which was held in Susana's hometown of A Coruña, Spain. We wanted to showcase visual science in a new way that would intrigue the public and the media. We were fascinated with how science can explain something about the visual arts. For example, Margaret Livingstone's work on why the Mona Lisa's smile is so ineffably enigmatic. We also knew that visual illusions are fundamentally important to understanding how the brain turns raw visual information into perception. The idea we came up with was simple. We would create the Best Illusion of the Year contest. We asked the scientific and artistic communities to contribute new visual illusions and received more than 70 entries. The audience, a mixture of scientists, artists, and the public, viewed the 10 best illusions and then chose the top 3. The contest, now in its 7th year, has been a huge success. Our internet audience doubles every year, and our website, illusionoftheyear.com contest, currently has about 5 million page views each year. Because of our success with the illusion contest, the Association for the Scientific Study of Consciousness asked us to chair their 2007 annual conference. The ASSC is a society of neuroscientists, psychologists, and philosophers united in the aim to understand how conscious experience emerges from the interactions of mindless, individual, non-conscious brain cells. As our opening move, we proposed holding the conference in our hometown of Phoenix, but the association's board nixed that right away because the city is an inferno mid-year. Instead, they suggested Las Vegas. Las Vegas is every bit as blisteringly hot in June as Phoenix, and if you take the lap dancing, gambling, and showgirls into account, it is probably several degrees hotter due to friction. So apparently our colleagues in consciousness studies were looking for a bit of real excitement to spice up their thought experiments. So Vegas it was. We flew there in October 2005 to do some scouting. On the flight over, we asked ourselves, how could we raise the visibility of consciousness research to the public? We didn't want to do another contest. The answer began to germinate the moment our plane dipped its wings on approach to the Las Vegas airport. Out the window we could see, all at once, the Statue of Liberty, the Eiffel Tower, an erupting volcano, the Space Needle, the Sphinx, Camelot, and the Great Pyramid. Soon we were driving up and down the Strip, checking out hotels for our meeting space. We passed Aladdin's Castle, the Grand Canal of Venice, and Treasure Island. It seemed too strange to be real. Then, bingo, the theme for our conference appeared. Festooned on billboards, taxicabs, and buses were huge images